Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I played with makeup and I'm a little bit rusty, but bear with me. I have some new Blend Bunny stuff, well, new to me. It includes the All Done Up palette, the liquid lipsticks and liners, and the Noctilucent palette. So I have done this makeup look, including the liquid lip, the liners, the highlighter palette and the eyeshadow palette. So if you want to see some swatches, if you want to see how I did this and what I thought of everything, then oh my god, well done, you clicked on the correct video. 10 points to you, but do please keep on watching. It's that hour of the morning where I'm fairly certain the postman is going to come, and if he comes mid-swatches, what a beast he shall encounter. I'm going to start off first by swatching the All Done Up palette. I think I'm going to go at it column by column. These shimmers, well, you'll see. So that, my friends, is the All Done Up palette. I'm very pale, so you can see here just how pale some of those shades actually are. Look at that black. Like one swatch, it's bananas. And I mean the shimmers, the lighting here isn't like doing it justice. These are unreal. So what I have then is the Noctilucent. So I've left a whole cheek ready for that. So the Noctilucent is an eyeshadow, well, the Noctilucent is a highlighter palette that looks like this, and it is sick. I believe it's the only way of talking about it. So I'm going to swatch it now here. I'm going to try and give some kind of fairly long lines so we can hopefully see some of the reflex. Okay, so this is them. I think this is a really important point where I outlined that I don't tend to swatch very heavily. I like swirl my finger in. So this gives you a good idea as to the pigmentation of this. And you can kind of see some of the reflex here as well. Like, I mean, they're so beautiful and so shiny. And I have never looked so beautiful. So that's right, we have the All Done Up and we have the Noctilucent palette on my beautiful face. So if you want to see what I did with these, and I used some of the new lip liners and liquid lipsticks, then do please keep on watching. That's the next part of the video. Let's not be too frightened of my appearance right now. It'll all come together, possibly. Who knows? Anyways, I've one eye done. I have put down my MAC paint pot, and the next thing I'm doing is just taking this Jessup 233. It's a cream shader, and I'm using a P. Louise black, sort of a cream paint, because I want to have a little bit of a base to put the black on. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, so let's just try this together. I kind of ended up going for a much darker look than I thought I was going to, because if I'm honest, when I sat down I was like, okay, so the dress I'm planning on wearing to my staff party is green. I should do some green stuff. But there wasn't that many greeny kind of colours. I mean, it's a very grungy palette, but I was like, oh, I don't think I can really get anything like that out of there. So I was like, okay, maybe just calm your expectations, you know? I'm now taking a Spectrum B07 and I'm just gonna buff that out. So I was listening to Demi Lovato's Eat Me, and I go through these phases where I just kind of like obsess over a particular song and I have to listen to it on repeat. So I've been listening to that on repeat for about 4 hours. So you can imagine I am a pleasure to live with. So I think partly me listening to that has kind of made me do this sort of like, not quite gothic, but very rocky sort of a look, which I'm not against actually. I think this is kind of cool, kind of interesting. Yeah, the cream shadow has kind of fucked off a little bit, so I'm going to take a little bit more and smack it onto my hand. I don't want to take too much because I don't want to look like a raccoon. Taking the cream shader again from Jessup and just popping that there. Aren't I good for not doing a cut crease? Because that is disgustingly my go-to. It's like, Teresa, there are other things that you could potentially do. I'm not very talented. So I'm taking the B07 from Spectrum again and just doing this. It's been ages since I sat down to actually do makeup because my life has been a little bit hectic. I don't know if it's going to slow down any bit. That's kind of a little bit of an issue, but yeah, I really miss doing actual makeup. It's been a really, really, really long time. So now I'm taking this Cash Beauty brush and I'm going into the shade Smokin'. And this is obviously a black, and I figured it'd work a little bit better on a darker base. It's not super, super pigmented starting off, which is kind of nice, because if it's super, super pigmented, then it tends to run off on you, but it is super, super buildable. I didn't want to go for a very, very black eye look. I think when you're as pale as me, you can look a little bit, well, for me, I look a bit weird if I have too much black on. It just doesn't suit me. I think I look a bit terrifying. So I'm just popping that on. You can see a decent amount of pigment there. What I love about Blend Bunny's formula is that I don't have to work hard at it, because if you know me, I am a lazy bitch. Yeah, I know, terrible. But yeah, I just wanted to have something that I could sit down and I knew wouldn't be a massive issue for me to play with, and it wouldn't be super, super onerous to get it to work, because obviously with me getting ready to try and make myself look like a human being, I was like, okay, let's be smart about the way that we're doing this. So you can see it works really, really nicely when you've that cream base on already. So I kind of feel quite happy with myself having done that. Then we have another Cash Beauty brush, and I'm going into the shade The Look, because obviously I'm making a look. I feel like it should have been called Luke, L-E-W-K, but your look, doctors differ, etc, etc. So I'm just popping that there. Sahil has gone off to watch Avatar, and he did just text me there because he was like, do you want anything from Tesco? And I'm like, no, I don't want anything from Tesco, I'm going out. I don't want anything from Tesco. But yeah, he, God bless him, went to Avatar by himself. He doesn't like going to the cinema by himself. He likes it when I go with him, but I was like, I will not be able to stand watching Avatar. I just have zero interest in it. And if I'm also going out, I can't do two things. Like, I'll use up every single bit of energy just trying to get through that and not audibly sigh. So yeah, he was very good. He went by himself, so well done him. Kudos. And then I'm just taking an Anastasia Beverly Hills A5, and I've taken nothing on it, and I'm just going to swoosh around here. In other news, Jesus Christ, like, it's been forever since I actually sat down to chat with you. I just went onto Facebook today. I don't like Facebook very much, but I, you know, go on and check it every so often. But my older brother got engaged. So yeah, that I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So the down low on that, or the 401, the 411, who knows? I'm adopted, so I wasn't raised with my older brother, and we don't have a very close relationship. If actually, no, it's probably more accurate to say we have no relationship. You know, like, we're Facebook friends, and I know that he exists and he knows that I exist, but yeah, we don't like talk. Like, we're not friendly. I'm taking the shade My Look again, and I'm just kind of popping that there. So yeah, it was just kind of funny to see that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. We probably, I'd say, haven't talked. I was going to say we haven't talked probably since my brother died, but no, we would have kind of talked. I went to see him when his daughter was born, and that was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So I've seen my niece once. It's a complicated situation. Families, they always are. So yeah, that's where that one is. I know it looks fucking frantic. I'm using that Cash Beauty brush again, and I'm going into Smokin', which is that black shade, and just going like this. So yeah, I'll be honest, my head is a bit all over the place. It's like moments like that when you see that somebody's like getting married or they've gotten engaged, I start to think of like my younger brother, and I'm kind of like, oh, he won't get to be around for that. And I know, it's like, what, Jesus, it'll be 12 years this year that he's dead, but like, it still kind of gets you at those points that you're like, oh, I feel kind of a little bit robbed. So enjoy today's YouTube video. It's very positive. I am now taking, it's like a Beauty Bay brush. It was part of one of the set, and I'm going into the shade a knockout. And I really love that she put white in here, and it's really great for like kind of fading it out a little bit. Like, it's nicely pigmented, super easy to work with. It's not like so pigmented again that you're going to be like, oh no, I've washed everything out, which I quite enjoy. This I think is great for very many levels of makeup users. You don't have to be like a pro. I think you'll get great use out of these. I love that I associate this brand with my friend Missy, because I wouldn't have known about this brand if it wasn't for Missy. She just kept talking about it to me, and she was like, you need to try this. And yeah, I haven't looked back since. She was right. You're right, Missy. You were right. But yeah, we can see there, no major issue in terms of getting that blend on. I'm going to go back in with a bit more of the black just to build it up a little bit further. And yes, I do know that it looks frantic, and that's okay. Sometimes you gotta have a little bit of frantic, my friends. Just a little bit of frantic. It's fine. So yeah, obviously this is what, the 17th of December as I'm filming. So who knows when I'll put this up. It'll probably be like August. Who knows? Who knows at this stage? Anyone else having like a really poor work-life balance? No? Just me? Yeah. I am taking this Zoeva, I think it's a 228, and I'm going back in with Smokin' again, just because I find that this is really good for kind of blending in a black a little bit further, so I can get a little bit more depth. But I am taking this A5 again, and I'm going into My Look and just popping that on top, because I don't want the black to take over completely either. And just kind of spreading it like this. This is such a slapdash look. You know? Do I know what I'm doing? No. No, I don't. I'm consistent, if nothing else. I don't know what's happening. And then that Beauty Bay brush again, and back into Knockout, and I'm just popping it up here and towards the sides. And that's pretty much that aspect of things done. Now, I got the Noctilucent eyeshadow palette, or not eyeshadow, highlighter palette, and I was like, come on now, we have to try it. Like, this is, look at that, fucking disgusting. In the best way. So I decided I would use a blank canvas E10, and I kind of went into two shades. I went into Transient and Apparition, and I just smacked the two together onto the one brush, because who needs to make decisions? And I'm popping it up here on the brow bone, you know, and obviously in here as well. So it gives just as gorgeous, like, it's disgusting. It's so beautiful. I'll be putting that onto my face as well. So I'm just gonna cut out that, it's not a half cut crease. Fuck, it's a halo. Well done. I'm going to cut out a halo, and we'll come back, and look, it's pretty much done at this point. Yes. Okay, so the cut crease is done. I am using this glitter glue. It's from Too Faced. They discontinued it. I've talked about this before. It is the greatest injustice in makeup. Not really, but you know. I am just smacking that on there, and yeah, I don't have to be like super precise, which is quite nice for me. Yeah, there we go. And the shade that I ended up using, because I wanted to get some amount of green in there, was, oh god, it's so beautiful, Shine. It's this shade here, and I can't, like, I emotionally can't cope. All I did was just take it with my finger, because I'm apparently at that point in my life. And look at my eyelid, look at it. Look at that. That's fucking disgusting. Like, and I mean that with love. Like, this is insane. Like, I have come to the conclusion that Blend Bunny made some sort of a covenant with the devil to get this sort of a pigment. Like, this is nuts. Like, look at that. Beautiful. Right? Brilliant, because I don't have to work hard at it. And quite frankly, my friends, that's where I am with my life. I'm a lazy bitch. And I am using this blank canvas E10. I'm going into that shade Shine. And all I'm going to do is just make it so that it's a little bit less like, wha-bam, in your face. And just swish it. I will be taking a little bit of smoking as well, that black. And kind of working it along the edges. But like, to see how easy it is. Like, I don't have to work hard at it. Ugh. I'm here for that. So, like I said, I'm going to go into that shade Smoking just to kind of make it a little bit less wabam, which whoever has to say that sort of thing. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. I want to try and make it so at least both eyes look like they're related. At least from the general same family branch. Tree might be more accurate in this particular instance, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Are they equal? No, they're not, but you know what, it'll do. So I'm just going to smoosh that along there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then one of the last things I'm doing is I'm taking this Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade The Look again. And literally, oh, this is so fucking easy. It's great. I love this. And I'm just popping that down here and in towards the inner eye. Just to kind of draw it all together. Let's be a lazy bitch. Yeah, I'm here for it. Then taking another Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade Smoking, which just makes me think of The Mask, you know, that's Smoking. And then finally a blank canvas E10. You can hear that Sahil is home, and I'm just going to vaguely blend it like that. But my friends, that is essentially it. I'm going to finish off the rest of my face. I'm going to end up using the highlighters. I'll let you know which lipstick and liner I went up with. But yeah, come and check out the finished look. So I ended up settling on the liquid lipstick of Tease with the matching lip liner because I kind of felt like the eyes were so dark. I didn't want to go for anything that was like a little bit too ooh. So these actually applied really, really nicely. Super, super pigmented. Gotta say, I quite like them. Obviously finished off the eyes, couldn't help it, ended up gluing things to myself. It's just what happens over here. But I'll zoom you in now so you can see what I did. So this is it. I mean, it's super, super simple. It's just a halo eye. I did put a little bit of Beauty Bay's kind of liquid shadow just on top as a sort of a line because I couldn't help it. And I put some snowflakes and some pearls, because 'tis the season. And then this is what it looks like when I have no glasses on. I can't see you, but you can see me. I think it blends really, really nicely. No major issue. Okay, so let's talk about the products themselves. The lip liner and the liquid lipstick, beautiful. Really, really nice. I'm really looking forward. It reminds me, it's like a soft souffle-ish sort of a formula to the liquid lip. The liner is super, super creamy. Comes in 4 different shades so far. Really, really nice. I'm looking forward to maybe some more neutral shades from them. I'm excited. 10 out of 10. Really love that. Can I just say, really annoyed that I waited as long as I did to get this, because this is nuts. Is it going to give you a natural highlight? No. No, it's not. But it's going to be absolutely glorious. And it is something that the townsfolk will talk about. I obviously used a little bit on the eye, but I also used a little bit down here as well. I specifically used the shade Apparition. It is very glittery, just FYI. It's not a subtle it's not a subtle highlight by any means, right? But I like it. I think it's really interesting, the fact that there's like duochrome shifts. Mwah. 10 out of 10. Gotta love it. And then finally, obviously the palette all done up. But this isn't my usual palette. Like, this isn't the sort of thing I would normally go for. It's very neutral toned, but I love that they have done the columns in this particular way. Those shimmers are something else. Gotta say, love it. It blends so easily. The color story is very autumnal, but there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. 10 out of 10. Gotta say, I'm very happy. Like, I really enjoy Blend Bunny. I have a lot of positive things to say about her stuff, so yeah, this is no exception. But my friends, that is it. That is the end of the video. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell simply because it's polite. And do please share, because sharing is caring, except of course for STDs, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.